Howdy friends and neighbors, old Doc again. We're going to continue working on the Bobcat 444. I do have the drive sheath back on. The belt, she's worn pretty bad. Now, I did not take that drive sheath completely apart. When I got in there, if you watch my last video, they had the incorrect bolt holding that to the shaft, and there was 2 or 3 set screws that were missing. Somebody took them out and never put them back in, so the drive sheath was just slipping on the collar that is keyed to the engine crank. Now, one of the slots where the set screw goes, it's kind of chipped and busted out, so there's only like one thread going in there. What I may end up doing, if it goes back to slipping and just spinning on there again, I'll take that drive sheath back off, drill an oversized hole in it, put a weld a 3/8 fine thread nut in that hole, grind it down flat, and then put a fine thread set screw back in there to alleviate that issue. So, but it is back on there. It's working. Oh, and the variable was stuck on it. I sprayed some lube in there, freed it up. Hey, Cornbread, how you doing, old buddy? Huh? I'm surprised you're not in the house as hot as it is. Drinking water and taking your afternoon 4-hour nap. So anyway, I sprayed some lube in there, got it freed up, put the air hose on it, and it clamps right in, just like it's supposed to. When you put the lever forward on the high side, when you move it back, it comes back out, lets the belt drop lower down in the sheave, and runs slower. Matthew and I started it up, and it moves when you move the lever on this side. But like I stated in, I think, the first video, the issue with the right hand stick. So if you want to just go in circles like a frog in a fruit jar, we're going to have to rectify the issue over here, and I'll show it to you once again. That is supposed to be clamped, actually splined to this pin right here, right? And it's not. I'm sure the splines are gone, and you can see somebody welded that solid where this is supposed to be pinched onto that shaft. I'm sure they ran it loose, wore the splines out, and then for whatever reason welded this solid so there's no adjustment. You know, there's no clamping it on. So what we have to do is take these 20 nuts off this side plate here, pull this side plate off, take the screw or the pin out so we can slide that assembly out and fix that. And I'll show you right here what that pin looks like, everything on the inside there. And while you're looking at that, I'm going to take these 20 nuts off. So I'll bring you back then. Okay, that took all about 3 minutes to take those 20 3/8 inch nuts off. Let's pull this off and have a look at what's inside. I may have to, I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver or something. Okay, I had to go get a screwdriver and a flat bar because I got a ton of caulking or something on there. Well, maybe we got to take these big nuts off. I'll go get a big pipe wrench or something. I thought those just screwed onto the cover, but I may be mistaken. We'll find out. Okay, that didn't take much. Just about a quarter of a turn with the big pipe wrench. Yes, those do have to come off because they screw onto the inside there. See, I didn't know that. So these are where you adjust your clutches. This is your forward and this is your back. The chains look exceptionally good. This is the dude we need to replace. I'll bring you up here for a closer look. It is extremely clean in there. I'm pleasantly surprised how clean it is in there. The teeth don't look too bad. On the gears, like I said, the chains look really good. But we have to take an Allen wrench, get this screw out of there, because this is the part that has to come out. And I'm wondering if we're gonna have to break this chain in order to get it loose enough to come out. We'll find out. I'll bring you back. Hang on, we got to. Airplane coming into Sioux Gateway. I'm gonna go ahead and get an Allen wrench, take this out, monkey, see if I can get that out without pulling the chain and what have you. If I can't, I'll bring you back. But I mean, there's no sense in you watch me take a Allen wrench to that, right? Wasting time. Okay, so I'll bring you back. We'll get with it. Something I just discovered right when I turned the camera off. Right there's the master link to that chain. So if we got to undo that chain, it's in a good spot, right? Okay, we'll bring you back. I'm going to take this screw out, see if we can get this finagled out of there. If I can't, I'll take this off. But I mean, you guys, you know how to take a screw out, you know how to take a master link off. So for time's sake, I'm not going to show that, but I'll bring you back. Okay, we got that set screw out. It's right there on the end, and that son of a gun was tight. I don't know about you guys, but getting those things out when they're tight like that really makes me nervous that I've ruined the inside of them before they've been so tight on those set screws and crap. And I did take the master link out of the chain. I'm going to prop you up back here, get on the inside of this with a hammer and punch and try to drive that out. And I guess you guys can watch me do that. Not that it's thrilling or exciting, but I'll try to get you propped up back here where you can see what's going on, maybe. There. And what I do with my bar. Boy, I don't know if she's coming. I wonder if they had that pushed in, if that was pushed in too far, because now it's tight on the lever. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to see if I can drive it out. It's coming. It's slow, but it's coming. I'm going to cut you off and save a little bit of time while I drive that out, and then I'll bring you back. The heat index today is like 108, 110. She's hot, so I'm trying to hurry and save you guys time too. Okay, I got a honest to goodness punch, bowed as it is, and got it inside there and drove that out. Now there is supposed to be an O-ring in here. Yeah. See, there's the issue. I want to clean that up. See if we can't do something with it. Wonder if the O-ring fell down inside there. I don't know. But yeah. I'm going to clean this up, and let me show you the lever, what they did to it. See, that's, oh, there you are. Why would you weld that up so you can't pinch that down shut? It's just asinine. See, it's supposed to be like this. So you put a bolt through there, as that one is, and pinch it down on the shaft. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to clean this up and cut that weld out of there and clean that up and go from there. So I'll bring you guys back then. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I touched up some of the splines real quick with the little wire welder. I'm going to stick this back in. Maybe I can prop you up right here. Maybe you can. And I did cut that gob of crap weld out of there. I couldn't really do anything with the splines in this, but let's see what happens here. There we go. Now, I gotta run a bolt through there and put a nut on the back side, tighten that back up. I'm gonna do that off camera. I mean, it's no big deal, but it's in there, fits tight. Now it turns. That, well, I'll show you. When you move the handle, now it actuates that lever like it's supposed to. So I just got to put the chain back on, put that pin back in and that rod back up, and there's no sense in showing that because you all seen it before I took it off. So yeah, I got to find that rod, where in the hell it dropped off to, down behind there. But I'm going to cut this off, go back in, get me another drink of water. She is hot out here. I got the tools laying in the shade, and you know, because it'd be like picking up hot iron. So anyway, I'm going to start putting this back together and I'll bring you back. What you doing, buddy? Good Sunday morning. Yeah. Are you done hunting already? Out here hunting in the morning? Yeah. Mom let you out, what, 5 o'clock this morning? Huh? Decided to do a little hunting before it got hotter than 400 hell again? All right. That's, for you new viewers, that's cornbread. Yeah, that's our little buddy. So, back to the project. It got hot yesterday. I came out last night, right around dark, and you didn't miss anything. I put this set screw back in there and hooked the chain up, put the master link back in. That dude is tight. I mean, I don't know how tight it's supposed to be. I looked in the book and didn't see anything, but getting that pulled back together to get that master link in there, it was a fight. What I ended up doing is took a big zip tie and put it through there, got it started. Now, I tell you what, if you've never seen one of these dudes, they are handy. And maybe I can show you. I don't know, you can get them at a home improvement store or something. Get your zip tie like that. Goes in there like this. Well, it needs to have a longer tail. You can see how that catches. And it pulls them up tight. And then when you get it up where you want it, if you don't want the tail, you can twist it and pull it tight. It'll cut the tail off. This one's pretty old. Home improvement store. You can look on maybe Amazon and get one. Durodyne is the name brand of this one. And it's a cheap one. You know, they got fancier ones. But anyway, yeah, that's what I did to get that chain pulled up tight and put the master link back in. Put the little flat plate back on there, and I'm trying to get the little snap clip in. I knocked that flat plate off down there in the oil and crap, and I can't get my hands down in there to fish for it. So I ended up getting a flexible magnet, fishing around for about 30 minutes. Finally found it, but I did find some sadness. I got a broken broken gear tooth from somewhere. That is the only metal I found down in that oil fishing with that magnet. I'm not sure where that gear tooth come off, but it came out of there somewhere. Anyway, we got the linkage hook back up. Now that moves when you move the lever like it should. So I'm going to put this cover plate back on, zip it down, and there's the cover plate. Nothing exciting. So to save time, I'm going to cut you off, and I'll bring you back when I got that on. Put the two clutch cover nuts back on, and I'll bring you back. Well, folks, we got her back together. I mean, it was nothing exciting. Y'all know how to put nuts back onto studs and bolts. We got the cover back on, put the clutch adjustment nuts back on. There's a rubber O-ring on the back side of there, or seal, so you don't want to go bananas on getting those tight, but you want them, you know, snug so you don't have oil running out. Put the wheels back on. You know, we've all changed the tire. If you haven't, why, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry about your luck. We got the throttle all hooked back up, and ran a bolt and a nut down there to pinch that, to hold it. I had to start it up and raise the arms to access this. Oh shoot, I need to tighten those two little guys up yet too. But I got the only screwdriver I have that'll fill that slot is a long one, so the arms up here were in the road for that, so I had to start it and raise it to get this big nut. But while I'm thinking about it, I'd better get a screwdriver and tighten those little guys. So I'll lose those little screws, and then, you know, it's an 8-mile drive to the hardware store just for little screws. So just kind of waiting for Matthew to come home. I wanted to have him home, and I'd record him, you know, seeing how it drives. If it drives, you know, maybe it won't. I don't know. We haven't gotten that far. I know that side over there, it'll drive. But, so when Matthew gets home, we'll revisit this, and I'll bring you back. Yeah, there we go, folks. The belt is worn. It's worn out bad. So when you first seen me trying to move it and steer it, it didn't want to move and steer very well until I shifted the lever for fast, and then it steered and turned just fine. So yeah, there's our makeshift gas tank. We are going to try to rectify that. Like I said in the previous video, it's got that electric fuel pump and pressure deal back there. I don't want to over pressurize that carburetor. That may have been part of the issue with the float sticking in it. Shadows and stuff, I don't know. Hopefully you can see better than I can. Anyway, I need to put gas back in this tank over here, and or pull that pump hose off and put it in a can or something. Start the pump, put my finger over it or thumb. I want to make sure it's just putting out, you know, like 1 pound of pressure. Because like I said in the previous videos, that carburetor has no numbers. It's an aftermarket Chinesium damn thing. So if I ruin the needle or float or something in it, there's, you know, what do you get for parts? You don't know what to order for parts. So what I may do for a temporary gas tank is I got this window washing tank. It's out of a Dodge pickup that took a shit, and I may put a shut-off valve down in here, mount it up on the side, get rid of my rubber gas tank. That's my temporary gas tank. It's not fuel injected, so we got the straight nozzle in her. So if you have something that's fuel injected, then you put the nozzle with the holes coming out the sides, you know, so it sprays a pattern. Anyway, yeah. Oh, well, looks, we're slobbering some Earl down here. Probably that fitting or that hose. Well, it looks like it might be from that hose. That hose has been rubbed severely. But anyway, there you go. It's running and it's moving. Yeah, it's got, you know, a lot of bugs to work out. There's no doubt about that. And we'll get to it. But if you want to see more, let me know, because we got more tinkering to do on it. And with that, friends and neighbors, she's going to be a hot one this week. Temperature is supposed to be, without the heat index deal, I guess, it's supposed to be 104, 108 degrees. There is a little bit of a breeze blowing right now, but yesterday there was no breeze at all, and she was miserable hot. So with that, hope you all have a great Sunday, and be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, say please and thank you. You wouldn't believe how much it helps your day and everybody else's day if you just you know, show a little kindness. It doesn't take a whole lot to make somebody's day. You know, they may not remember you as a customer if you say please and thank you and you're kind, but I'd rather not be remembered for saying please or thank you or opening a door for somebody. But if you scream and holler and moan and cuss somebody, you know, for no reason at all, a store clerk, whatever, all it's going to do is it's just going to make your day miserable. It makes their day miserable. Yeah, they're going to remember you, but not for the right reasons. So, with that, friends and neighbors, we're going to close this one out. She's getting hot. I wanted Matthew to take it for a drive first, but he's not home. You know, spend some time with your elderly family or maybe an elderly neighbor. Just do something kind. It is Sunday. With that, folks, happy trails.